What is up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? I gotta say right now, I just got done watching Jessica Jones episode 10. And let me tell you, it was a pretty goddamn good episode. And why I liked it, I'm gonna tell you right now. Because one, we subtract all the bullshit that was in the previous episodes. Like, you know, the exes stuff and the hope stuff. The stuff that I felt like was really holding the show back is finally gone. And I'm gonna spoil it for you. So this is a spoiler review, so don't mind it. So therefore, this is what it is. You know, they got rid of that stuff. And now we can finally move forward into the season to really kick this shit into high gear. You with me? I'm with you. Let's do this. Now, some of the things that were done in this episode, it kicked off exactly where the previous episode left off. We saw Jerry take Kilgrave to her ex's place. Why? Because she wanted Kilgrave to make her ex sign the papers. That was the deal. He said he's a man of his word when he can be, or when he wants to be. So therefore, that was the case. Then Kilgrave is also a manipulating bastard. So what he does is make Wendy, which is Jerry's ex, try to stab Jerry 1,000 times for some reason. Well, actually, because she mentions it before, because you know she was angry and whatnot. But that's not the whole. That's not the whole point. There's more to the story. Then we go back to the sealed room where Jessica Jones is with Trish, and then Kilgrave's father. It turns out Kilgrave's father actually said that he is a virus. Kilgrave is a virus. He's spreading the thing to people, and that's how they get mind controlled by him. And he's been working on some type of a cure, but never has really, it never flourished. So therefore, Jessica Jones revealed that she does not actually get controlled by Kilgrave anymore. So therefore, the father says that you can actually be possibly the cure to this entire thing. You can be, you know, your blood could possibly be cured to give everybody so that he does not use his powers on you. So then that's the whole point so far of this episode. You know, they need, the cure to flourish, but Jessica Jones is also out of time because there's a whole bunch of other shit going down. But then like I said, we're going to be going back and forth. There's some positives, some negatives. But to get to other points, the negative of this thing, it's official. Whoop, there it is. Simpson is officially batshit crazy. Follow my words. Follow the bouncing ball. Batshit crazy. That's right, folks. Hashtag batshit crazy Simpson. Because Simpson comes to the sealed place. You know, he's all jacked up on whatever fucking green, red, blue pills. You know, he's doing the whole Matrix thing, which is, you know, whatever it is, Carrie Ann Moss reference. But whatever, he comes there. He says Trish Walker sent him. He's talking to Detective Clemens. Clemens, is saying, "Oh, I didn't see you there, Sergeant," and he's losing it. He's asking some very odd questions. He's very jittery and whatnot. So therefore, he asks Clemens, where exactly is Trish Walker? And he tells him, and he just goes nuts. And then he shoots him. What? Not Clemens, the best character for the last 2 episodes that we barely really knew anything about. Don't tell me Clemens is dead. I can't believe what I just saw. How would this show continue without Clemens? I don't know. My life is over because Clemens is dead. I don't know what's going to happen now. I don't even feel like I want to see the rest of this, season. Clemens is dead. What's the whole point? But he kills Clemens, and then, he pretty much goes looking for Trish. Eventually, he finds Trish, and then, he sees that he starts to figure out the pieces that is actually the guy that was with Trish, and Trish is trying to help the doctor, a.k.a. Kilgrave's father, come up with a cure, but his hands are tied, and they're keeping his hands tied because Kilgrave, so in the previous episode, told him to cut out his heart, so that's why they're keeping it there. Trish is acting like his hands. Simmons comes in. He says, "Hey, what you doing with the scientist guy, whatever?" And then he figures out that it's actually Kilgrave's father. He's about to kill Kilgrave's father. Trish is like saying, "What the hell is wrong with you?" Because Simmons is starting to have some goddamn mood swings. This guy is starting to seem nuts. This guy was already fucked up to begin with, and I knew it. I called it. I don't know if you people called it, but I called it, and I said that Clemens was clearly batshit crazy, and that is it. It's hashtagging right now. Hashtag. You on Twitter? Hashtag batshit crazy Simmons. It may be a little long, but it still get the job done. So therefore, that goes. She sends him sending out. They start to realize she's talking to the doc. Talking about he was part of this military facility, kind of a top secret thing. And they said, well, obviously it must be for something like damage resistance. For you can't feel the pain. This guy Simpson was saying, well, Dr. Kozlov was a great doctor. But like, dude, you survived the bomb. I don't care what type of medical herbs you have. You walked away from a bomb. You don't think that's not normal? But Jessica Jones is going there. She eventually is looking for, Jerry and whatnot, because she knows Jerry has his Kilgraves in her house and whatnot. So she goes to Wendy's apartment while Wendy is stabbing Jerry. She's stabbing her. She's trying to get up to 1,000 times. I think she gets it like 35 or something. Then Pam comes in and saves the day, but Pam also does something very dumb. And this is probably one of the stupidest shits of this episode. Is like Pam whacks Wendy across the head with, I believe, a fire extinguisher. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's a fire extinguisher, and she pretty much kills Wendy. Now, Wendy is dead. What? Wait a minute. Wendy dead? Are you kidding me? What? They're killing off the best characters. You think Game of Thrones is not safe? I say Jessica Jones is not safe. No character on Jessica Jones is safe. Wendy, Clemens, damn. I don't know what to do. But anyway, she gets killed, and that was a very stupid thing. Because apparently, now she's dead, and now Pam is most likely going away for murder. Now Jerry says she's going to try to help her out, but now Jerry realizes how stupid her actions were for working with Kilgrave. Jessica Jones has constantly said it. Everybody else around her has constantly said it, and now this shit has come to bite her back in the ass. So apparently she sees that. Now, Pam is in jail. She was going to be represented by Hogarth, but apparently she realizes that she's been lying and she just was manipulating. Pam finds out that Jerry was going to use Kilgrave to make Wendy sign the divorce papers, and then she just says, "You disgust me," and be like, "Oh no." So that means we could possibly be losing Pam? Pam, another great character, Pam. Oh no, not Pam. We love those dresses, but other than that, Pam, you're worthless. Some other good things in this episode, or some interesting things, was, we saw the support group, the Kilgrave support group, and I think his name is Randy, the odd neighbor that got killed a few episodes ago. His sister is looking for him. She's putting out missing person notes and whatnot. Malcolm is trying to help her because he feels sorry for her, because he knows exactly what happened. If obviously that makes him feel a little bit hardened. He sees she's feeling sad and whatnot, so he's just trying to help her as best he can. So he does, and then eventually she follows him to this support group, the Kilgrave support group, and then he's saying, he finally expresses himself at the group and saying, I can't tell, my neighbor that her brother's actually dead, and she's eavesdropping. It turns out she was actually at the same place. Now, I thought that was a little bit convenient that Malcolm somehow didn't, see. I would have preferred maybe we would have saw Malcolm being followed, but I guess it added to the excitement. You didn't see it coming, so. But either way, I just thought it was a little bit, convenient to be like, well, wow, she just happened to be right there. It was kind of shocking, but it's still a bit convenient, and you still gotta, go with that. So, eventually, after Kilgrave, going back, after Kilgrave said that, he wanted to bargain for Hope's release for his father, Jessica Jones eventually realizes she's out of time. She's going to meet Hope, on the day she gets released. She's going to get her there, but eventually, when the support group was meeting, and then she the sister was talking to the support group, she said, let's blame Jessica. Jessica's to blame for this whole Kilgrave madness. So therefore, they all go to her house pretty much. They all attack her. She knocks them out. Now, here's the problem with Jessica Jones, and some people have been saying it, and I didn't want to say it because I just wanted to kind of see how it goes, is that Jessica Jones' powers is all over the place. Her powers are more over the place than Simpson's mood swings, because one minute she's super strong, right? And she can jump off buildings and she can do all this, and the next minute she can't fly, she can't do whatever it is. And then the next minute she's getting tased constantly by these guys, she can't knock them out. And then the detective is grabbing her and she can't, kick him, but she does. But eventually, he gets the upper hand, and Simpson also gets the upper hand. And in this episode, the support group attacks her, and then she gets knocked out by a 2x4. And then I'm just like, wait a minute. I thought you were supposed to be super strong here. I would have thought you could have taken that. Luke Cage, though you were against the wall and you barely feel the damn thing, but when these regular people do it, you feel something. Like, to me, I feel like the writers don't exactly know what they want. Like, I get it, you have to kind of make her, vulnerable, but at the same time, don't make her just stupid. Her powers are like 1 minute strong, 1 minute easily weak. Choose one. You can't have both. Just choose one. But yeah, that eventually happens. She gets knocked out, so she doesn't meet Hope on the day. She was going to meet early in the morning, get her out, but that doesn't happen. Kilgrave gets released because once the Spore Group attacked her, the sister released Kilgrave, and then eventually Kilgrave took Malcolm and the entire Spore Group along with the sister. So while Hope gets taken by Kilgrave because Jessica Jones did not meet there in time, we go to the dinner place where Jessica Jones takes Kilgrave's dad. The cure is ready, or so it seems. We go to the dinner place. Apparently, a cop mentioned to Jessica Jones because Kilgrave mind controlled her. We go to there, and it turns out that Kilgrave has got Malcolm, that sister, and a couple other people from the support group standing on a bar stool or a bar table, whatever, and they're all being hanged by ropes, And if the moment he tells them to move forward, they all fall down and they all get choked and suicide, I guess you could say. So Hope is at the dinner table with him. He says, bring the dad over. She's doing it. That was the deal, whatnot. But Hope eventually, gets nuts, and she breaks a glass, a cup or whatever, and Kilgrave said, you can't kill me. And she said, you're right, I can't. But, Jessica can. She stabs herself. Then Kilgrave says, all right, walk forward. He makes all of them drop down, and they're being choked out. So Jessica Jones has to make a choice, like Batman Forever, when it's Robin and Dr. Chase and whatnot. You have to make the choice. So, or any superhero movie really, or like Spider-Man and Mary Jane with the kids in the first one. So she does that. She's going after the kids, not the kids, the support group and whatnot. She saves them. She's breaking down a pole. She gets them down. She tries to get to Hope in time, but obviously that's not the whole. She's not going to get to her in time. She most likely cut an artery in her neck, and she's bleeding out blood. There's no way to save it. So now Hope says, Jessica Jones tells Hope, why did you do it? Why did you kill yourself? She said, now because you can be free. You got free reign to kill me. You don't have to be held back because of my account. So Hope says, promise her. And, Hope is also there. It's like, no, not another great one. Now, I didn't hate Hope, but it just seemed like her thing was it was just starting to kind of become a burden, as I said in one of my previous episodes. It was just starting to come a thing, they'll get to it when they get to it, and they realize, well, it's not really anything big here, so let's get rid of it. So she said, promise her, and then Jessica Jones gets angry. Kilgrave left with his father. The cure did not actually work, or maybe it did, I'm not sure. It looked like they might have been playing for a second, but I think actually didn't work. But he takes the father. Then Hope, as I said, she said, promise her you kill her. Then Jessica Jones has her angry face, and then she says, all right, I'm going to kill him. But yeah, that was how this episode ended. I thought it was a good episode, I thought it was solid. We got rid of the shit that didn't need to really be in this thing to begin with. It was kind of like the pointless stuff. We most likely won't be seeing, Pam and Hogarth's, footsie, their foreplay, that's done most likely. We won't be seeing the X stuff, consider that a divorce, her death, so that's over. Pam's done, Hope's done. We got 3 pieces of shit out of there. Simpson is, for some reason, he just comes off as not a terrible actor, but he just seems off, and maybe that's the performance, but he just seems off. His storyline is interesting. He's not. But yeah, we got rid of Pam. We got rid of Wendy. We got rid of Hope. We got rid of 3 women today. Now, I'm not saying we need to get rid of the women, but we just got rid of the pointless shit. Now the show can kind of keep going. That was the only real problems I had with, the season so far, is that, those plot lines just seemed like they were kind of thrown and they started to become burdens. But, that is what it is. But now we're on episode 11 soon. So, yeah, my name is Chris Smith. You'll probably see it in an intro, or maybe you won't. I'm trying to do an intro, whatever it may be. Hope you like the jacket. If you like the jacket, comment and let me know if you like it. But most importantly, comment, subscribe, like. Please comment. Don't be one of those people that just looks and look at the video and then you comment but you don't subscribe. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Help me out. Come on. Thanks. But if you've been watching this video, that's still good enough for me. But thank you. I'm Chris Smith, and I'm signing out.